Shalom. This is the book of 2 Peter 1, chapter 1 and verse 4. Wherefore are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust. And to that, I'd just like to say, Kal Halayam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Kakudash, give me spirit, to be edifying through this video, Ba'ashem Shai. And with that, we'll say give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Food Well. Shalom unto the brothers that push this works in truth and in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. And shalom unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nations. And shalom unto their sisters who is listening and learning and obeying their husband. Shalom. This is your brother Karatazar from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so this video is going in pertaining to, we were found in a lost world, right? I don't know how I'm going to word it, alright, just yet, but we were found in a lost world, alright? So, right, let's read over 2 Peter 1 and 4, whereby are given unto us exceedingly great and precious promises, right? That's from Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption things of this world that is in the world through lust. That is what we were facing back in this wicked world, although today we see it clearly, right? We still got to deal with it, but hey, we got a peace of mind. We have the scriptures, right, that comfort us, right, through this wicked and corrupt world, right? Verse 5, and besides this, given all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge, right? So, for the for the earlier part, of our life, think this life have, to it, what we think this life have to it, or it must have something, to this life. It must have something more to this life, right? But not knowing that you are going to be called into something very, 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 very great, much, much more important, to separate yourself, from the unclean things of this world. All right. And, we have, such, not such, we have search for love in all the wrong places, right? Like in these churches, right? In these churches, the who have gone to Muslim, Hindu, Baptist, Orisha, Shango, who Pentecostal, Roman Catholic, right? And whatever you name it, right? We were searching for that love, searching back for our first love, right? But as the blind leadeth the blind. And as I say this is because, Sometimes, your parents force you into these things, right? When your spirit itself was not even resonating with what was taking place, right? From a young age, I was able to see that, hey, this is nonsense, right? But something was strange, right? Something was strange, or some words, will caught your attention, and that the and that Yahweh pulling you, you know, out of that dark place within the world, right? To bring you, to this position that you are in today, in being within this truth, within this ministry, you know, for Yahweh Bashim Rashai, right? Also taking us away, from those distractions we face on a daily, right? Right? Back, we fight for the earthly things, but now we fight to hold on to our crowns, right? Like Revelation 3, right? In Revelation 3, right? Let me get it quick, right? It said, behold, come quickly, hold that fast, which means hold that faith, right? Which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, all right? Which no man take a crown, right? Let's get this other precept as well. Isaiah 45 and verse 2. Right? It say, I will go before thee and make thy crooked places straight. I will break it into pieces, the gates of brass, and cut it in asunder, bars of iron. Right? Because we was, we were lost, but now we are found. Right? With us a blessing from the Lord. A blessing from the Lord. Right? Right? The Lord is taking us out, from this, taking us out, from that dark place. He has broken it. He has broken, you know, with that dark place that we were in, that was shielding us, from the marvelous light. He has broken that, right, and bring us into the marvelous light. All right. So we get let's get Sirach. Right. This is Sirach 11 and 5. Many kings have sat down upon thy ground, and one that was never thought of had won that crown. Right. That is us, because the Lord take us from the lower the low. Right, from the lower the low. Right. Sometimes, people may look at us, like shit, even call us, mad or even crazy, like many men run out of their wits for women, right? But to this, but slack here, but we do this for our Bashmir Shai. Now you fast longer, right? Now we fast longer, right? We go down into breakdowns. There's some brothers, could do bigger, deeper breakdowns. There's some brothers who could do shorter breakdowns, right? We all was given a gift, when we come into the shoot, right? But we also talk about the prophecy, right? We walk in within the spirit. Hey, we found our peace, our first love, right? That we was craving for. Sometimes we didn't even know that we was craving for our first love, but we are finding it through the cracks and crevices. All right. We got next precept here. Malachi 2. You see, and verse 5. Right, my covenant was with him of life and peace, and I gave them to him for the fear wherewith he feared me and was afraid before my name. Right? Because hey, the beginning of wisdom, right? The beginning of wisdom is fear in Yahweh Shemir Shai. Right? Just roughly paraphrasing. Alright. Verse 6. The law of truth was in his mouth, and iniquity was not found in his lips. He walked with me in peace and iniquity. Not Salakia, not iniquity. Equality. He walked with me in peace and equality, and did turn many away from iniquity. Alright. So we found our peace and understand it. Right? We found our peace and understand it. Make the whole walk a living sacrifice. Right? We will have, our ups and downs. Right? But hey, Yehovah Hashem Shai pull us out of this corrupt world. Right? He pull us out from this corrupt world. Right? Wait. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. Right? For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Mashiach, that every one may receive the thing done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad. All right. So to those, that still thinking, that you have time, no, you don't. And right now, it's still a grace period to repent. So repent at once, and come back to your first love. Alright. So hope this lesson was edifying. And to that, I would like to say Kal Halayam, La Alahai Nawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Rashai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great Stone who well. Shalom. Unto the brothers that pushing his works in truth and sincerity, teach all the folk of the earth. And shalom unto the sisters who is listening and learning and obeying the husband. This is Brother Karatazar. Until next time, shalom.